Ahead on DC News Now, DC police report 11 shootings over the holiday weekend.
This is preventable. This is not something we just have to accept.
We have reaction from the community tonight.
Rain moving out today, but more showers and storms moving in for your Tuesday and a heat advisory. We'll talk about that coming up.
And child survivors of Camp Mystic sing after being evacuated. The latest from Texas ahead.
Amazon Prime Day is spanning 4 days this year. I'm showing you how to find out whether you're actually getting a deal or if you're just seeing clever marketing.
Then, a DC staple temporarily closing its doors, why they say it's time for some much-needed repairs.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. We're going to begin your newscast with a check of the forecast.
All right, let's head over to meteorologist Scott Summerlin with the first look. And Scott, I was out earlier today. My goodness, the rain stopped, but it was muggy.
Oh, yeah, that mugginess is not going to leave anytime soon here, Mark and Tosin. Yeah, we even saw some rays of sunshine as opposed to what we saw at noon here. But again, still mostly cloudy being reported. 88 degrees there, double eights in the D.C. area and pretty much everywhere else, as you can see. Now, while we're in the 80s now, we'll be dropping tonight. It'll be muggy tonight, and overnight lows are going to drop into the 70s here. We'll get to about 76 for an overnight low, and we have some upper 60s thrown into the mix, but mainly 70s just about anywhere in the DMV. But with that warm and mild start overnight tonight going into tomorrow morning, you know it's going to be a warm afternoon during the course of the day with some sunshine. I think we'll see a little bit more sunshine tomorrow than we had today, and that's going to enhance, you know, the feels like temperature, the heat index out there. Now, the heat advisory is in effect for Southern Maryland, and that is for temperatures above 105 or between 105 and 109. However, that does not eliminate all of us that are not under the heat advisory. We could still be seeing triple-digit heat in places across the area, just a little bit less than we're to see in Southern Maryland. And we also have now a slight risk of seeing some severe storms. This has been upgraded for the Severe Storms Prediction Center since the noon show. So, of course, we are now going to be putting into effect here a DMV first warn. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, Scott, we'll check in with you soon. Thank you. It was a violent and deadly weekend in the district.
Oh, Tosin, we're talking about from the 4th of July through Sunday, nearly a dozen shootings taking place. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree joins us live from the scene where a man died. And Kevon, there's a renewed push to address violence in the district.
That's right, Mark. Tosin. There were 11 shootings over the course of the 4th of July weekend here in the district. 3 of them were deadly. We're here now on the 200 block of M Street Southwest, where one person died early Sunday morning. Today we spoke with an organization who says they're working to put an end to the violence.
It's preventable. This is not something we just have to accept.
Chandra Dawson is the executive director for the nonprofit group Peace for DC.
We provide training and space for community violence intervention work here in the District of Columbia, as well as direct services to individuals who are trapped in a cycle of violence.
Shootings took place across the district over the 4th of July weekend. Police say there were 11 shootings from Friday to Sunday. 3 of them were deadly.
It's triggering for those of us who bring personal experience to this, be it we've lost loved ones, we've lost friends, and it is frustrating.
One of the deadly shootings in the 200 block of M Street Southwest, a block away from the Metropolitan Police Department's 1st District station.
If all of those officers are in this area, again, why are those individuals so comfortable with coming down here and shooting?
A shooting in Southeast Saturday left a 3-year-old girl with critical injuries.
Life right now is supposed to be very simplistic, not in a hospital on life support, fighting for her life.
Dawson says it's crucial that gun violence prevention organizations and DC police work together.
Community violence intervention, affectionately known as CVI, it works. The District of Columbia, we have to invest with what works.
And D.C. police are still looking for the people responsible for those shootings, including in those 3 homicides. In Southwest, I'm Kevon Dupree, D.C. News Now.
All right, Kevon, thank you. Right now, a search underway for a 61-year-old at Shenandoah National Park. Robert B. Airy was reported missing to park rangers Saturday night. He was last seen off trail in the area of Lewis Falls. Officials say he's wearing a short-sleeved red shirt, green shorts, a fanny pack, glasses, and tennis shorts. If you have any information on where he is, you're asked to call Shenandoah National Park's Communications Center. That number is right there at the bottom of your screen.
In Maryland, an 80-year-old man is accused of killing his wife in a Montgomery County retirement community. Police say the suspect, Vivian Stewart Nation, stabbed his wife, Beverly Fletcher, several times on Saturday, July 5th. Police responded to the home on North Leisure World Boulevard, where police say that Nation had blood on him. Court documents say the couple were arguing about an issue with Nation's doctor. Fletcher died at the scene. Nation is being held without bond.
We have an update out of Prince George's County. The driver from a collision last week in Oxon Hill has died. She's been identified as 48-year-old Tangi Jeter of Washington, D.C. 2 other people died from that same crash. It happened on July 1st on Indian Head Highway at the exit for Kirby Hill Road. Investigators say the car hit a traffic barrier and overturned. 2 other passengers are still recovering. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
So what happens next to Kilmar Abrego Garcia? A hearing has wrapped up in Prince George's County.
Yeah, he's a man who was wrongly deported to El Salvador and is now facing in federal custody in Tennessee. DC News Now's Dave LaValle joins us from the U.S. District Courthouse in Greenbelt. Dave, that hearing took place there. What can you tell us?
Good afternoon to you both, Tosin and Mark. What we can tell you is right now it is pretty quiet outside the U.S. District Courthouse. Much different scene earlier where a rally for Kilmar Abrego Garcia took place. As for what happened inside this building, Judge Paula Zinnes wants a definite answer from the federal government as to what will happen to Abrego Garcia if he is released by a Tennessee judge July 16th. Abrego Garcia faces human trafficking charges there. His attorneys in Tennessee argued for his release, while federal prosecutors opposed that. The federal government says it plans to take Abrego Garcia back into custody and deport him to an undetermined third country if he's released. Not good enough for Judge Zinnes, who wants to know exactly where Abrego Garcia will go. His attorneys in Maryland want him brought back to the state, which they claim would meet the judge's earlier ruling, since this is where he was taken into custody.
The whole process was dirty and unlawful to begin with. And so it needs to be wound back, not just from the moment he was put on a plane to El Salvador, but from the moment in which they pulled over his car, right? And put handcuffs on him and took him into custody without any warrant, without any proper revocation of his supervised release.
Judge Zinnes has ordered both sides back to her courtroom Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're live in Greenbelt, Maryland. Dave LaValle, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you. Demolition began today for Baltimore's Key Bridge. In March of last year, cargo ship Dali struck the bridge, killing 6 construction workers. Crews will start removing the bridge deck over the river, followed by sections over Hawkins Point and Sailors Point. The demo is expected to take several months.
A new audit raising some concerns about Arlington's STAR program. It's the county's transit service for people with disabilities. ARL.com reporting the audit found billing mistakes, poor oversight, and not enough controls over the fares. The contractor in charge is under scrutiny, and now county leaders say changes are coming to fix the issue. That audit shows, and it says, quote, while the program succeeds in delivering basic transportation services to eligible residents, serious deficiencies in operations, oversight, and data quality compromise its overall effectiveness, end quote. The auditor says he anticipates a follow-up audit next summer to determine if things have gotten better.
Well, today, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser held a roundtable discussion with restaurant owners and workers on repealing Initiative 82. Well, the discussion focused on economic well-being of restaurants and how they help drive the district's economy. Initiative 82 eliminated the tipped minimum wage in the district. The mayor reiterating today that the Initiative 82 is not working in the district. Initiative 82 was passed overwhelmingly by voters in November of 2022. All right, Beyonce taking the stage again in the DMV tonight for her Cowboy Carter tour at Northwest Stadium. Her first concert Friday night brought thousands of fans from across the region. Now, some fans waited in line to see Queen Bee up close on the floor section. The concert starts at 7 this evening.